everyone, Scotty here, Airborne Solutions. We've got a bit of spare time, so we thought we would show you the XAG P150 in action. Unfortunately, we've only got quite a small block in front of our yard, half a hectare, so we're going to do it at 250 litres a hectare, just to demonstrate how quickly the drone can really get rid of a full 70 litres. So we've got 70 litres in the drone now. We're going to click on our block, hit confirm. We're going to go to the operation settings, and like I said, we've got to do it at 250 a hectare. So we can choose our water rate here quite easily, right up to 255 at that speed. Choose our droplet. We've got that right up to 1500 like I have talked about in previous videos. Today we'll just do, I'll say 230. Our operation height, 3.5 metres, that's our typical crop spraying height. And our speed, so it'll do 4 metres or just under 4 metres a second when it is spraying at 250 litres a hectare. So that's pretty unreal. You'll see it gets back pretty quick. We've got a 4.5 metre swath. Now we can choose the boundary we want to work off just by clicking on it, or we can also choose optimal, which lets the drone decide the most efficient way to spray the block. We can also change our root spacing, which is our swath width. 4.5 is the classic gorse spraying swath width. We've got our boundary safety distance, so we can choose how close we want the drone to get to the edge of the block. So that's 1.5 metres from the centre of the drone to the edge of the block. We've also got a special boundary safety distance, so let's say we turn up on the job site, side 1, there's a little bit of a breeze towards it, we can choose to stay further away from side number 1. And obstacle safety distance, there's no obstacles here so it won't affect it, but it's the same thing basically. The drone will, that dictates how close the drone will get to an obstacle. Approaching route, so that's the speed to and from the load site. Again, we'll stick with 3.5 metres, but 50 kilometres an hour. This is the sample unit, so the ones that come from China shortly will be able to do 18 metres a second, so 66 kilometres an hour, which if you're doing you know, fast production work like apples, grapes, or any sort of crop spraying, and even gorse in the hills, that will make a really big difference. It's able to get really out to its spot really quickly. We'll use safety zone mode, which means wherever the drone runs out, it'll come immediately back to where it left from. Terrain following all on, and obstacle avoidance on. So you can see the software is really easy to use. To be honest, like we have no dramas with it. We can choose what shuttles what lines we want to do. If we wanted to do less, we can choose enable edge application, so if we wanted to spray a headland down lane number 2, which let's just do for the sake of it. We can choose route optimization, so that means the drone will think of the most efficient way to fly back and reload. And there's a few other options here which I won't go into great detail. So without further ado, the drone's going to take off and pretty well immediately start spraying, so we shall move back a little bit. We'll click start. Tick, tick, swipe, check, and the area is clear. So you can see we've got 70 litres on board, or the best part of it. You notice the drone just handles it piece of cake and straight into spraying. So in our operation settings now, we can change the droplet size right up to 1500 micron. And look at that, she's just rain coming out. Really useful if you need to cut in a block. So another new feature that XAG have done. If I see an obstacle, or you know, drone's away in a corner and I'm a bit worried about it, I can now push the height up, see the drone climbing, let go of the stick, and it will nicely return back to the application height of 3.5 metres. So down to half a load now. So we've got 20 litres left, and you can see I've fined up the drop bot a little bit, and I will find, so that's 500, which is pretty classic for forestry. You can find it right up now to 110, which is sort of our apple setting. And you'll see there's fines for Africa. So you're getting really good coverage there. 250 litres a hectare. 15 litres left, 10 litres left. And I'm going to put it back to course because we are in the middle of town. So we've got 5 litres left, and you'll notice the drone when it runs out. So if we focus on the drone, it's about to run out, it'll just really put the hammer down and come straight back for another load. Piece of cake. So I'm going to refill it now, and we'll do another load with the same battery set. So just refilling using our mixing system that we designed. We've got the 20 litre AirAg induction hopper there down low, and the Honda pump. So at the moment the water is drawing straight out of the trailer and pumping up through the pump and straight out to the drone, because obviously we don't need any mixing today while we're just doing water. Inside the toolbox is a couple of generators, so two 5.5 kVA generators keep the P150 going no trouble all day. Yeah, we're getting good feedback from our customers about our mixing setup, nice and easy to use. So you can see, no argument there, that's full, overflowed. It's probably even 74 litres to be honest. And that's possibly why we've used a fraction more battery than normal. Usually there's a bit of a head of foam, and you can't get that quite in. We've got the 70 litre mark and we're actually above it. The mixing units we can do with an electric pump as well. So you can see the flag there, the drone's decided that it's going to be best for it to restart a little bit down this end. It's going to be more efficient, so tick tick swipe. And away we go. You can see the drone just turns immediately in the direction it's got to go. And we're away. I know a lot of our customers are going to say, oh, obviously this is dead flat paddock, best it could be, right? Doesn't get any better. But if you're putting in the real steep hills and gorse, you can comfortably do 50 to 60 litres, and it will still pump that out every time, if not two loads on some better going gorse. We're going to put the best part of 150 litres on in this battery set, so you'll easily get 60 to 70 in average gorse country. I know that's been a problem with, say, the P100 and the P100 Pro without the HP blades. You have to just put less and less to get the battery set to match the volume in the drone. Pretty amazing, we are using the same amount of power, so generator power I should say, to use this drone as we were with the P100. The P100 was 40 litres and 11 litres per minute. And this is 70 litres and 30 litres per minute, using the same amount of energy basically. So we're down to 35, almost 35 litres. It's got a new level sensor in it, so it works off air pressure. So it's a little bit hard to explain, but basically as the tank gets emptier, the pressure in the tube gets less, and that's how it's measuring its pressure. So we've found it to not really be affected by foam, which is awesome. You were finding the level sensors to be really accurate. We did quite a lot of chemical that we have to mix in the drone for certain reasons, and we basically filled it to X level 50 litres we were doing for that job, looking at the level sensor. You can hear it's really quiet too. So 15 litres, 39% battery. We can see our progress there. We could change anything we wanted here, you know, we could pull our water rate down, we could change our microns again, 1500. What else could we show you all in here? Not too much. Oh, we'll bring up the camera. So here's our camera feed. Good to go. And we've got our downward facing camera as well, so it's about to come back, 3 litres. You'll note when it runs out how quickly it just turns. Look at that. No mucking about. Super smooth. So that's the best part of the P150 in action. Like I said, you know, we know this is a flat paddock outside our office. The real world environment is a lot different, but they still perform, and we've done plenty in the real world and it's performing really, really well. So any questions, feel free to give any of us a call at Airborne Solutions, Badenstown, Wanaka, if you want to see one in action, and we are based in Hawke's Bay. We welcome you guys to come along and see one working in the field. Every good day we're pretty much out spraying with our drones, myself, Jamie or Lance, so give us a call. Cheers.